Hello, welcome to part 1 of the making of series for this Millennium Falcon tin guitar. If you haven't seen the original clip, you can check it out up here, or of course feel free to watch this first if you want it to be a surprise, but bear in mind it's a 3-part video, so you might be waiting a little while. Anyway, on with the montage! Here's a stock photo of the original bath set from M&S. Obviously I just used all of it. As you can see, the tin was originally quite a bit deeper to accommodate all of that stuff, which I didn't really like, so I trimmed it down a bit. I had a couple of guitars on the go when I got this, so I used them to figure out what this would look like when it was finished. I thought the lighter wood looked cooler, so I went with that one, obviously. Hope you agree with my decision. It's a 600mm scale length, and I used the StewMac fret calculator to mark it out. You can see where I joined up the corners to find the centre to mark the inlays. Then I did the same thing again for the inlays within the inlays. I tested it on a piece of scrap first, obviously, but this was my first attempt at doing something like this. I think they look pretty cool. I obviously didn't take any more photos until after putting the frets in on this one. That masking tape is for drawing on, so I could design the layout. I glued on these wings to either side of the stick and then cut out a channel in the middle for the pickup to sit in. There's my label stuck on. Also, you can see there the little pieces of wood glued onto the edges so the lid can be screwed down. That figure 8 recess is to accommodate the embossing of the lid so it sits flush against the wood. And the string hole positions were derived from the pattern on the top. Those are the tops of rivets to use as string ferrules, which is a common cigar box guitar trick. You can just see the sticker there that was originally on the back of the tin. It was a bugger to get off. Should have just left it, really. The machine heads are inline ones from a Stratocaster copy. I think they look really good on this. Inside here there's a strap picker. It's about there. Volume and tone control. Hi Viz. When I plugged this in, it kind of sounded crap, and I'm hoping that it's because the pole pieces of the pickup were touching against the lid, which was shorting out the signal, because obviously the tin is earthed. That, I think, was shorting it out and causing it to sound bad. So what I've done is I've put on a pickup cover that doesn't have any holes, so that should insulate the pole pieces from being grounded out. That's the theory. I think that works. I suppose the proof will be in the pudding. Well, it turns out that even with the plastic cover on the pickup, the lid was still making enough of a connection to the magnets to short out the signal. So what I've done is just deepened the trough that the pickup sits in, so that no matter how much the top flexes, it doesn't come into contact with them. So that stopped shorting it out. Hopefully it'll work. I've also added these supports along the sides, where along these areas it was kind of bowing in a bit, which I wasn't very happy with. So I've put a support there and there. On the round pieces there's just a tiny bit, and there was one of them there originally, so I've put a flat piece in here. This one and this one are okay. I don't want to introduce too much squareness here. The curve around the bottom is actually quite snug, so that's alright. And obviously there's a screw going in the top here, and then there's the strap pin there as well. This this washer here has been glued on to, because I hammered it down to match the curve and then glued it on. It's just a bit of flair. It occurs that with all this wood up here, this is going to have neck dive. So what I've decided to do is take this scrap of MDF that I've got from something I made a while ago. I think it was the cat shelves. So what I'm going to do is just cut off a little segment of this and just put it in here, just for weight, just to weigh it down, to hopefully balance it out a bit. There's my pizza slice, very well lit. So there, the idea is, if you follow me over here, once I've filed it down, shaped it off a bit, that will go in there and just provide a bit of counterbalance to all this weight up here, and hopefully it won't neck dive so much. So I'll shape this, get it in there, then I'll paint it black, just like if I see a red door, and then glue it in there. There you go, that's in there now. Of course the it's a little bit too close to the hole, so I'll cut out a little notch here so that the socket can still go in. I think it's probably still going to neck dive a little bit, but it won't like swing down and knock you in the foot anymore. There you go, that's in there now. That's not the same one obviously, but it's the same, like, you know, it's the same model. So yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that. There it is, all put together and strung up, and here's how it sounds. Now I know what you're thinking, that's not the finished video, why does it sound so bad? Where's the humbucker? Well, even though I thought I was finished and started filming the video, I wasn't happy with it at all. Tune in to the next thrilling instalment of this series to find out why, coming hopefully relatively soon. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this first part, please like and subscribe if you did, and thanks to everyone who has already done that, and thanks to everyone for watching. Cheers!